So hi guys, good morning. How are you doing? Hope you're all doing well. Today is a beautiful day that the Lord has made. We should be glad and be rejoicing in it. So today, as usual, like I told you guys, or like I've mentioned several times, we are not going to make this channel a boring channel or a boring world, because this is a place where we interact through our screens. And as usual, I normally like recognizing the presence of our Lord. And I just thought today being a Sunday, let's try and motivate ourselves. Let's try and remember what the Bible tells us about several things, about what we are going through in life, and also about our day-to-day activities as nurses in our hospitals, what we encounter each and every now and then. Where, of course, at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, if you're a Christian, whatever religion you belong to, you believe in a certain God, you believe in your God, but at the end of the day, there's that belief that you have that God normally, okay, for us Christians, we normally believe that God is the one who normally takes us through all the time. I'm not trying to force you into believing my religion, but at the end of the day, if you're a Christian, you'll concur with me and understand that at the end of the day, we still have hopes, and we still lay our hopes unto our living God. So today, there's something I just thought, there was somewhere I was reading the Bible, and I found something very interesting about River Jordan. So today we'll be talking about River Jordan, the importances or the significance of River Jordan to the people of Israelites, or to the people of Israelites. Why am I talking about River Jordan, and why is it significant in this nursing field, or in this channel, or in this journey that we are in? The people of Israel were people who were really eagerly waiting or looking forward to moving to a different, which was a promised land. Like the way as nurses, we are here waiting, you're there complaining and asking God, why is it that it's not working out? I've really done everything that needed to be done, but at the end of the day, there are no dates, nothing that's moving, And then I just thought of River Jordan. You never know, maybe God is making you go through this process for you to become a better person, or to you become a better version of who you are right now. If we go back to the Bible, we'll understand that River Jordan plays a very significant role to the immigration of the Israelites as they were moving from Misri to the land of Canaan, right? They had to cross the River Jordan, and they had to go through a lot of things. So it kind of signifies the freedom that they went through as they were passing from the land where they were suffering, where there was a lot of separation. There were no food. It was a desert kinda. So those guys were really suffering. Today you're here looking up and asking God, why is it that I'm really waiting, that things are not working out? But at the end of the day, remember the people of Israel who were in the wilderness for so many years. You're not in the wilderness today. You're just feeling demotivated because there's a target that you have which is not working out as per your expectations. But at the end of the day, if you feel like you're giving up at any given point, remember the people of Israel. The Israelites, when they were promised that they will be taken to a different land, through Moses, through whoever, all those people who had come, like leading the people of Israel to the promised land, that is Canaan, what happened along the way? They even had to curse God at some point. They even had to to worship idols or stuff. It was not an easy journey. And I was thinking the other day, I was comparing, like now personally myself, I was comparing myself to the people of Israelites. It has been a journey, and I've been saying this thing, like if you're waiting, if you've been in this immigration process, you will conquer with me, and for sure, because it has been a journey. Like you've really waited for so many years. Some of us have waited for more than 10 years. Yes, guys, because I'm not talking to only Kenyans. I'm not only talking to you who is a Kenyan who started your journey just the other day. There's some people like the people from Canada, not Canada as per se, the Indians and Philippines have really been waiting for these whatever. They've been in retrogression for quite some time. So without wasting so much, let's talk about River Jordan. River Jordan in the Bible, it signifies freedom. Why? Because as we can see from the book of from the Bible, there is it first of all, geographically it borders the promised land, that is Canaan and Israel. Okay, it's a border. It borders between Israel and Syria. That is according to the Bible, right? It is also significant in Christianity, because we realize it delivers. Is it delivering, or it has given birth to two seas, the Sea of Galilee and the one that they normally call the Dead Sea. The Sea of Galilee, we would say it's like a kidney, because a kidney takes in and takes out. In anything that we talk about here, I normally like relating it to the medical stuff, because at least you'll be able to understand. So there is this Sea of Galilee, which has originated from the River Jordan. It's a river that is called River Jordan, but it has given birth to two seas. One sea is a live sea, which is Sea of Galilee, and one sea is a dead sea or a salty sea. Okay, are we together? So if you were to compare it, like if you were to compare River Jordan is the origin. It bears two seas, that is, one is Sea of Galilee, which is a live sea. Why is it called a live sea? Because has fresh water. Living things, even you're a human being, like fish, like all the world, all the animals that can live in water, all the living things that can live in water, they can survive in the Sea of Galilee, because it has an inlet and it has an outlet. The same way I was trying to tell you, there is the kidney that receives and sieves out. So it is input and an output, and that makes the water in that sea to be live. So it's a freshwater sea. And remember, it originates from River Jordan, right? That's why we are saying we want to compare this journey with the Israelites who are crossing over River Jordan to go to their promised land. I will get back to that. Remember, I've talked about two seas that originates from River Jordan. The other sea is the sea that is called the Dead Sea. It's a salty sea, so nothing at all can be born or can live or can survive in that salty water, because it's a very salty sea. So at the end of the day, we are saying even a fish cannot survive in that water. Even all the amphibians, all the reptiles, anything that even plants, they can't grow in that water, simply because it's a very salty sea. And remember, it originates also from River Jordan. So you see, River Jordan has two seas that are very significant in the Christian lives and stuff. Because the other day I was watching somewhere, and someone was saying, you Christians, do not be like the Sea of the Dead Sea that has originated from River Jordan. However much River Jordan is very important in the Bible or in the Christian life, and it has also bearing or like giving birth to a sea that is not live, that is not important, it's just a waste of, that's the way that you normally say it's a waste of resources, because that sea cannot help anything. The work of that sea is just to receive water, but it will never give out. It's the same thing that we are saying, or that the other person was saying. Do not be like that person. Do not be like the Sea of the Dead Sea, which only receives but do not give out. For example, you went to school, you were taught, you as a nurse, you've gone to school, you've gone through a lot of trainings, you've gone through a lot of refresher courses, you've gone through a lot of things that impact knowledge on you, but you just want to remain with your knowledge. You're just receiving and you're not giving out. You're like a Dead Sea. You're like that salty sea that has originated from River Jordan, and it's not helping anything. It's not helping anyone, right? So remember the wife to Lot, the Lot's wife, who turned into a salt. Remember when she was turning back and they had been told, do not look back from where you're coming from. Just face forward, okay? There is that connection with the sea, the Dead Sea, and the River Jordan. Now we come back to River Jordan, okay? We come back to River Jordan. We've said one thing that it signifies a very major importance in the Christian life is the freedom that the Israelites, despite the fact that it has given birth to two seas, that either one is a fresh water sea and the other one is a salty water sea, which makes it a Dead Sea. It also marks a significance, an importance, a major role or an importance role in Christian life, because it is the same place that Jesus was baptized. Remember the baptism by John the Baptist, where Jesus was baptized. River Jordan is where so many Israelites and Jews were, is it Jews or something, correct me if I'm wrong, where they were getting baptized. Like that was the point of baptism. But it is very important because at the same River Jordan is where Jesus was baptized by John the Baptist, okay? It's also important in the life of Christian because when the Israelites were crossing over to Canaan, the promised land, they were complaining so much. It was a floody season like the way it is right now, like everywhere it's flooding, but God did miraculously did part the river dry so that the people of Israel could cross over. Okay, you remember the way when they were crossing the Red Sea, and then all of a sudden Moses parted with the road, and then it just became water, you know, like a dry land for them to cross over. Then those people who were attacking the pharaohs and stuff, they were swept up by the water and stuff. So remember, even River Jordan, when they were crossing over from Misri to, what is this called, to Canaan, the promised land. You know, I mean, if you did Bible school, Sunday school, you will understand what I'm saying. Maybe you even understand. It's only that I felt like it's important for us to share these and understand the journey does not belong to us, but it belongs to God. Because you see, the Israelites were there complaining and ranting every now and then. It's like God is not on our side. But remember, He had good plans for them. Even if He's telling them, this is where you're going to cross over, you will cross over through River Jordan. He knew what He was doing. Okay? He knew that at that point when they will get to that river, He will part the waters dry. However much it was an El Nino season, like the way it is right now, because we are in the season of El Nino, right? In Kenya, of course, I don't know other countries. So it's a rainy season right now, and it's flooding everywhere. But imagine right now, somebody tells you to go and cross over a dam or something, and then you just they're telling you that we will make the river to dry up, and then you cross over. That is, you cross over. That's what happened to the people of Israel. So what am I trying to say? In our lives today, you who is in this process of immigration, you could be like that Israel, just one Israelite who was tired at some point when they were being promised that, you know, we're in the desert, we're being given, we'll be provided with manna, and right now we are in the wilderness. Because you might feel like you're in the wilderness. Everybody feels, okay, not everybody, it's not every nurse out there who feels like America is the in thing, America is where I'm going to meet my goals, America is where my life will change. It's not everybody. Who is out there and believes that when you get to America, your promised land, things will work out for you, and along the way you feel like you're getting tired. Remember that person who was an Israelite during that time, long time ago, when they were in the wilderness suffering, but everybody who was chosen by God trying to encourage the Israelites and telling them at some point things will work out. It's the same way. This is the journey that we are going with. Remember to put God along the way, to put God in all your things, to tell God to take control of your life, to tell God to take over everything that's going on right now. Because at the end of the day, if you're not with God, I don't know who you believe in. I would also want to remind you that there is this person who is called Noah in the Bible. Noah had to wait for a very long time for him to stop the rain, so that at least he will be able to build the he had been told to build the ark by God, and then look for a male and a female animals, be it human, be it whatever kind of an animal, as long as it's a male and female, put them inside the ark, and then you wait for the rain to stop. Did Noah ever give up? No, he never did. Remember Sarah also in the book of the Bible, in the book of the Lord. Sarah really waited for a very long time for her to be given a child, and she never gave up on waiting upon the Lord. So you who is there waiting for this journey, you who is there waiting for retrogression to be lifted, you who is an earth immigrant waiting for your day, you who's been put on 80 administrative process because you either went to IOM and you're told your lung has infiltrates, you're told your documents are not in correct order, so you have to wait. Remember, Sarah really waited for quite long, and at the end of the day, she got Abraham. She was blessed with a child at her old age. So who are you to complain? Who are you to give up along the way? Remember Joseph. Joseph also had to wait for a very long time. You remember the story of Joseph. He really had to wait for a very long time. At the end of the day, he was blessed at his old age. I'm referring these things in the Bible. There was Ruth. Ruth had to wait for her Boaz. Ruth had to wait for God to bring upon her Boaz. But she never gave up. She never gave up along the way. Just you who is there and you're about to give up. God will never disappoint your wait. He will never give you what you're not asking for. Every time you kneel down, if you're a prayerful person, just hold on to your Bible. If you believe in the Holy Bible, whatever it is that you believe in, if you believe in the Quran, if you believe if you're a Hindu, whatever it is that you believe in. Me, I believe in God. I'm a Christian. I read Bible. I may not be the best person to tell you these things, but maybe there's somebody out there who is so discouraged. I could also be discouraged along the way. I could also have felt the same along the way. But at the end of the day, we can only wait upon the living God. Who those people who have been mentioned in this book, from the Israelites, because I thought the story of if we talk about the river Jordan, it signifies, it's a very important river in the Bible, because it bears, like it has been mentioned more than 100 times in the Bible. So it's a very important river. And I thought of it and I felt like right now we're just waiting for the embassy. Embassy looks, if I'm a Kenyan, like for me who is a Kenyan, I'm only waiting for that house in Gigiri to give me an appointment, for me to go there and tell me, now you are free to move to the promised land. Because for me, I feel like this is the promised land. Israel felt like when they go to Canaan, because that was the promised land, that life will be the best. Life will be okay for them, So me, I'm also feeling I'm here and I'm with my colleagues who are there waiting for the journey to come to Kunoa Nanga, like you've been, I don't know whether I'm making this clear. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say you who is there and who is waiting for the immigration process to come to the end, a new land, to the promised land where you've been really looking forward to go. Do not give up. Just pray for your river Jordan. Embassy is your river Jordan. Remember, there are so many people who go to embassy, but they come out with negative results, right? There are so many people who go to the same embassy and they come out with positive results. So we are comparing. I was trying to compare River Jordan with embassy, because it can only part dry for me to cross over to the promised land. Okay, it can only close and remain closed for me to remain in this country of ours, for me to remain in Africa. So I was there meditating and thinking about this river Jordan and comparing it to this journey. I'm an Israelite. I'm assuming I'm an Israelite. I'm comparing my life with an Israelite who was really waiting and looking forward to go to the promised land, that is Canaan. Here I am, who is an immigrant, nurse immigrant, really looking forward to go and work in America as a nurse, as an RN, as a whatever it is that I want to work as, then my life will change. You know, like that's like the way the Israelites were feeling, like if they get there, things will change, you know. So at the end of the day, I'm like, River Jordan needs to open up dry for me to cross over to the promised land. So you who is the nurse immigrant, it is you that I'm talking to. Do not give up. Be like Sarah, who really waited for her child even at her old age, and she was blessed with one. Be like Noah, who really waited for the rain to stop, for God to stop the rain so that he could open up for the animals that were in the ark, for them to go and is it called sire, whatever, like to whatever, like, you understand what I'm saying. Be like the people of Israelites who believed that the river Jordan was going to open up dry for them to cross over to the promised land. We have our embassy here. Pray for the embassy. Be there and believe that it is gonna be the Sea of Galilee, because at the end of the day, it will bear something good for you. You will get out of River Jordan, that is embassy, with good news. Maybe you're there waiting for you. You've already gotten your appointment and you're there wondering what is going to happen. You are not going to a Dead Sea. Embassy will not be a Dead Sea for you. Embassy will not be, it will be freedom. It will be freedom for you. It will be freedom. Believe and pray. Believe and pray about it. Be like the Israelites. However much they were giving up, at some point they still believed in God. However much at some point they got dismayed and started worshipping idols, they still believed in the God in heaven that had really brought them that far. You will cross over Jordan. It is you that I'm talking to. You will cross over. You will cross over through the embassy that you're waiting for. Whatever counter that you will be, let it not be a sea, the Dead Sea. Let it not be a salty lake. Let it not be a salty sea. In Jesus' name, it's gonna be the Sea of Galilee. It's gonna be the River Jordan, because it will part dry for you to cross over to the promised land. You could be there waiting. You could be there dismayed by all things that are happening in this country, or whatever it is that are happening right now. You're just disappointed with everything. Maybe you had even planned that this year you will not do, you will not pay school fees. Believe that this is your time. This is your time. The river is going to open up dry for you. The river is going to open up dry for you. So thank you guys. I just felt like this is important for us to, I just felt like it's important for us to think about it, and then, you know, and just motivate each other, because we said in this channel it's all about, we can be jack of all trades. We can, tunageuka tunakoma pastors, we pray for one another, and then we just, you know, and without so much further ado, let me just leave you with this word from the book of John chapter 8 verses 51. This is Jesus who was talking about himself, and he was talking to the people of, to his people, right? And he said, sorry, let's read verse 57. You are not yet 50 years old, they said to him, and you have seen Abraham. Then Jesus, very truly I tell you, Jesus answered, before Abraham was born, I am. At this they picked up stones to stone him, but Jesus hid himself, slipping away from the temple grounds. Okay? That is when Jesus was trying to talk to people and telling them, I've seen so many things, I've been there, I will be there even after my death, I am there right now. And then they were telling him, you were not even there, you're not even 50 years old. Abraham was there a long time ago, and you're claiming to have seen Abraham, right? So he told them, verily, verily, it is true. What you're saying is true. I'm not 50 years old. I could be 30, I could be 35, or whatever it is. I could be 31st, like Diamond says. I could be whatever age it is that you're saying. But can you know that even before Abraham was born, that is 50 years ago that you're saying, I was, I am, I will. What does that tell you? Do not give up. Even before you were born, Jesus knew, Jesus, God, and this, whatever, it's the same. God knew that you will be born, you will become a nurse. At some point, you will know there is this immigration, nurses are immigrating, and you will start the process. You will do NCLEX, you will do IELTS, you will do everything. God knew before you were born, because he was there. Like Jesus has told them, even before Abraham was born, I was, I am, I will. Even after my death, I will still be. So he knew and he knows your plans. Do not plan for yourself. Wait upon the living God. Wait upon God to plan your ways. Our plans, we as humankind, may be wicked, but his plans are way straight. So God knew your plan. God knew your plan even before you started planning them. Your future is in his arms, his palms. He knows your future. If it is written that you will travel to the promised land in the year 2025, you will, it shall be. If it is written that you will travel to the promised land this year, we only have 2 months to go, you will. Miracles do happen. That's why we read the Bible, right? So it might happen because God knew you even before you were born. God knew you before you were born. So parting short, very, very, truly, I tell you, before Abraham was born, Jesus was, he is, he shall be there even tomorrow. So he is there in your life, even you, before you were born. He was there, he is, he will be, and he shall be. Till next time, God bless you and have a nice time. Please don't forget to touch that subscribe button. Do not forget to watch until the end. Do not forget to share the video. It might help somebody. We said, guys, you might be knowing so much things than I do, but there could be somebody else out there who needed to hear this word. I may not be the best in terms of giving advice. I am not a pastor. I have referred to the Bible, but at least maybe there's somebody who needs to hear this. There's somebody who needs to understand that River Jordan today can part ways for you to go to the promised land, to cross over to the promised land. In this case, we've said our River Jordan is the embassy. Our River Jordan is the US government. Your future, your life right now lies in the hands, of course, of God and the US government. Because if they say we cross over today, they are like our River Jordan. If they say we cross over to the promised land, I'm sure so many people have packed their bags. They've been packing and unpacking. If today God says you're going to pack and leave, we have parted ways, the River Jordan, it shall be. And another thing, be like the Sea of Galilee. Receive and give. Do not receive and receive and receive without giving. You will become toxic. Okay? Even when the kidneys, coming back to the medical terms, even when the kidneys the body receives and receives and receives without passing urine, without peeing, you're not pooping, you're not excreting. That's why you have kidneys, to maintain the homeostasis in your body. If you don't maintain homeostasis, if your kidneys are not able to maintain homeostasis in the body, the toxins remain in the body, the toxins become toxic to your body, and then you end up, of course, you know what happens. You can fill up the dots. So don't let toxins fill up your body. Receive and give. Receive and give. You learn an information today, share it out. When you're there at work, be your sister's keeper, be your brother's keeper. Share out what you know so that we move together, right? So thank you so much, guys, for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. Till next time, God bless you.